He been there.
Dark Josh, come on before the shit cut off. The first time.
Go ahead.
The first time I found out that he had. Come on, man. Well, come on. This shit gonna cut off.
Okay.
The first time I found out that he had. The first time. Yo, what's up? This is Food for the Brain. And Food for the Brain is all about positivity and self-growth. And today, we're going to be talking about epilepsy. Epilepsy is kind of running wild throughout the children. It's a lot of kids that have epilepsy. I was telling my son Josh that he has epilepsy. First of all, when we're going to talk about his situation with epilepsy and how we discovered that he had epilepsy, and he's going to tell you how did it feel to have a seizure, his first time realizing he had a seizure. When I first of all, I'm in a epilepsy group. I talk to a lot of parents with kids that have epilepsy. I'm in a chat with them, and we kind of like trade information. We try to research epilepsy to try and figure it out, because it's like, how can I say this? It's like we don't know where it came from. With the parents that I talk to, we don't know where it came from. It's supposed to be inherited, but none of my family on my side had epilepsy. His mother's side, we don't know. I don't think nobody on his mother's side have it. So we don't know where it came from. The parents that I talk to, they don't know where it came from. Come to find out, it's a lot of kids, teenagers, that have epilepsy. And it's crazy. So the first time I found out that Joshua was something wrong, it was a morning time. I had woke up.
Ron got killed.
Darwin, shut up.
What? You said
come
what?
Come on, man. Come on. That nigga been dead.
Yeah, he been there. What is he been there.
Dark Josh, come on before the shit cut off. The first time.
Go ahead.
The first time I found out that he had. Come on, man. Well, come on. This shit gonna cut off.
Okay.
The first time I found out that he had. The first time I found out that he had was something wrong. The first time I found out there was something wrong, I was in his room chilling, and it was morning time, and he was on the top bunk of his bunk bed, and I was in the bottom bunk on my phone. And Josh, this video gonna look stupid with you sitting there laughing and shit.
Just keep going.
But still, that shit gonna look stupid.
Okay.
That shit don't make no sense. This shit is not a funny situation. Okay. And you sitting here laughing.
Okay.
I was on the top. I was on the bottom bunk, and the bed just started shaking. It started shaking. So I'm like, "What the hell?" So I looked up, and he was like going into convulsions. So I climbed up on the top bunk, tried to wake him up, and he was going to convulsions. Everything was shaking. His body was shaking. Everything was shaking real hard. Like he was having they call it a grandma seizure. And I called the ambulance. The ambulance arrived. By the time the ambulance got there, the shaking had stopped, but he was still kind of unconscious, trying to like wake up, but he wasn't waking up. And I was scared shitless. I ain't gonna lie. That shit scared the shit out of me. So then the ambulance came. We took him to the emergency. And the emergency doctor said, well, I'm going to give him this medication. You know, he might have epilepsy, but you need to take him to a neurologist to make sure. So I didn't give him the medication because I was like, I ain't trying to give him no medication. So then I thought, okay, well, I made an appointment for the neurologist. We went to the neurologist. Josh, you can't.
I'm looking down.
Get out the fucking camera if you got to do all of that.
Okay.
Like, for real, you're fucking up the video. Man,
okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have said. You said, because Cause it's like you said. Cause like what you said. You said that nigga dead. That nigga been dead. You said that nigga been dead. You said that nigga been dead.
Okay, but how long you gonna laugh about this shit? How long you gonna laugh about this shit though?
Okay, it's just too funny. Okay, keep going.
So I went to the neurologist. We went to the neurologist. The neurologist did a few tests. Did a brain test, did a sleep test, and the neurologist said, yeah, he did have some activity going on. So the neurologist, she subscribed him some medication called Keppra, and I still didn't want him to take the medication. She was like, "Well, it's up to you. You can have me." She said, "I recommend that he start the medication because he does have activity going on in his brain, extra activity." So I was still kind of on the fence about taking the medication. So we went home. I didn't give him the medication because I was against the medication. I thought that maybe he needed rest, or maybe he was dehydrated, or maybe he needed to eat more healthier. So I didn't give him the medication. So we went camping that summer. Went on a camping trip, and he had a seizure, another seizure. At this point, I'm like, fuck, this is second seizure. He scared the shit out of me. We cut the camping trip short. And I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna put him on the medication because I didn't like what I saw, I didn't like it. So we went back to the I called the neurologist. I said, I'm gonna start the medication because he had another seizure. And we started the medication, and he did well on the medication. He barely had any side effects, no side effects. Most seizure medication, they have side effects, and then they give you another medication for those side effects, and then that medication has side effects, and then they give you another medication for that side effect. But he didn't have to do that. The medication is working well with his body, I guess. So he don't have no side effects from the Keppra. And
Yes,
so,
I do.
what side effects do you have?
I'm tired in the morning.
Oh yeah, a little sleep drowsiness. But I'm talking about the crazy side effects where you want to kill yourself side effects.
I don't got this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like those are the side effects I was worried about. So 2 years went by. He had another seizure at his grandmother's house. So mind you, all his seizures was in his sleep. He didn't realize that he was having a seizure until he woke up in the hospital. So he didn't even know what had happened on all three of the seizures at this time. So he had another seizure. We called his neurologist, and she upped his medication a little bit more. And another 2 years went by. I think he have a seizure like every 2 years because it's where he might have been dehydrated or he was overexerted.
They was all reasonable seizures.
Yeah, reasonable seizures. It wasn't like the medication wasn't working or nothing. And that's good for a child to have epilepsy, to only have a seizure like every 2 years. And the only reason why he had those seizures is because he was either dehydrated or he was too tired. His body was tired. He stayed up all night or something like that. So the last seizure he had, he was playing basketball. And this seizure was different because he was woke and he realized that something was finna happen. And I'm gonna let Joshua tell you that story because he the one went through it. Joshua, tell him the first time you felt the seizure, actually felt the seizure.
Okay, so we went to go play basketball, right? And then I was playing too much. And then like all of a sudden I felt something. Like it's like I had to stop playing because my body, like it wasn't my body, but it felt like something was just wrong. So I said stop playing. And then I tried to walk back to my mama because like the basketball court is far away from where my mama was. And then tried to walk. I couldn't walk because my eyes started getting blurry.
So you couldn't walk? What you mean you couldn't walk?
I couldn't walk because my eyes was getting blurry.
So you couldn't.
If I kept walking, I was gonna trip over.
Oh, okay. So you couldn't really see nothing. But
like
you could feel your legs and stuff still. But
I could feel everything.
Okay.
It's just
you couldn't see. So you
like as I got up. No, I started walking away from the court toward my mama, right?
Mm-hmm. So you knew you felt funny, so you started walking towards your mom?
And then my eyes just started getting blurry.
Okay.
Like to the point where I feel like I couldn't walk no more. So I sit down. And all of a sudden, like my body just out of nowhere, just do this. Do this.
With your arms?
Yeah. And then it did the other arm did this. Then all of a sudden, and then like about 3 seconds later, I just start shaking like I can't move.
You were sitting down at the
I was sitting down.
So your arms are shaking and your legs, everything, or just
like it was like I was standing up, like I was sitting down on my legs, right? But my body was still up.
Okay.
And then my hand was on the ground like this.
Oh, okay. So you was kneeled down.
No, I was sitting down, but my hand I was leaning back like this.
Okay, got it.
And then my arms shake. My arm, like I said, my arms shake like this, right?
Yeah.
And then the arm that I was holding myself down with, that arm shake and it took me to the ground.
Okay.
That arm shaking, then it took me to the ground.
Back.
I'm not even on my back. I'm on my. I don't know what I'm on. I just started. I just started shaking.
Like real hard.
Yeah, I couldn't control it.
Okay, so at this point you were shaking real hard. Was you still incoherent? You knew what was going on. Was you able to talk?
No, couldn't do nothing.
So when did you tell
but
Nico?
Just sit there.
At this point, did you tell Nico or somebody to go get somebody?
Yeah, that was before I had the seizure.
Okay.
Like I knew I feel like something was gonna happen, so I told my cousin to go get my mama.
Okay, so at this point you shaking, and how long was you shaking before you blacked out?
Like 20 seconds.
20 seconds? So you sitting there on the ground, you shaking for 20 seconds. Hard?
Yeah. It was hard because I couldn't move. I couldn't do nothing.
Was you scared?
No, I wasn't scared. I'm an OG.
Well,
but look.
It didn't look like that when you woke up.
Shut up.
I'll just say it.
But look.
I'm not going to say that part.
But look.
You woke up half naked.
Shut up. I ain't do it though.
What?
Somebody else did it to me.
What, got you half naked? You woke up half naked?
I woke up, my shirt was off. Like, who took my shirt? I got a beer belly, so like when my shirt is off.
Not the beer belly.
It's like
you ain't got no beer belly. You got a
and I'm at the park let's think about this. All these people around the park. I got my shirt off. So laying on the ground.
So that's what you worried about, your shirt being off. You out there having a seizure, and the first thing is you worried about your shirt being off.
Where my shirt at? No, I didn't even know. Like when I woke up, right, they took the thing and put me under the, the little thing that they slide you under, like the bed.
The ambulance?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like the one person gurney on that side and it's another.
Yeah.
You under.
Uh-huh. And to put you up on the gurney?
Yeah, and then they put you on the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that to me.
So you remember all of that? So you was woke at this time?
Yes. I woke up when they was running towards me.
Then why was you crying?
Shut up.
When they called
look,
me on the phone, listen, when they FaceTimed me, you was like, your eyes was closed and you was crying. You was screaming like, ah!
because they wouldn't let me go. I don't like that stuff.
But your papa said that you was incoherent. You wasn't like, that you wasn't responding right.
What do you mean?
That he said that you was still in, like, you was still, your eyes was closed and you was still out. You wasn't woke.
I don't know. Oh yeah, I remember now. I was like,
Yeah, yeah. So you remember doing that?
yeah.
So why was you doing that? You couldn't understand. You couldn't.
Man, I don't know why I was doing that. Like it felt like I couldn't breathe. It felt like I couldn't breathe. Like I don't know. It just felt like I couldn't respond right. Like I tried to respond right. I was saying, "Let me go." That's what I was
That's what you
telling them.
thought you were saying.
No, I told her. No, I said, "Let me go."
Oh. Okay, so so you wasn't scared when you were just shaking violently, like.
I no, I wasn't scared. It didn't really.
Okay, at this point when you started shaking, did you know what was happening?
Yeah. Yes.
He was like, "Fuck, I'm having a seizure."
I was like, "Ain't this a?"
Ain't this a bitch?
Yeah.
So I thought that Nico had went to go get your mom, but they said I guess the little Hispanic boy went. They said
I told him to go get my mom.
yeah, but they said Nico stayed by your side the whole time.
Yes. Yeah.
I guess Nico told the little Hispanic boy to go get.
Yeah, we was playing basketball with them.
Okay, so yeah, that's what happened, y'all. How you feel about having epilepsy and having to take medication?
I hate it.
You know?
I hate it. I'd do anything in the world just to go back and do things differently.
I mean, it's not your fault though.
It is.
You think it's your fault you got
Yes.
epilepsy?
Yes.
How?
I should have been going to sleep like I was supposed to.
Nah, but I don't think that got anything to do with you having epilepsy though. I mean, I don't think that gave you epilepsy. You know? Which we don't know what gave it to you, but I don't think that gave it to you. Video games
do not cause seizures.
You spoke to the doctor. Video games don't cause seizures.
We was been told that.
Yeah, but don't cause seizures.
Yeah.
But playing video games all night, being tired, can cause seizures. Okay.
The most important thing is rest.
Rest.
And being hydrated.
Being hydrated and getting your rest. That's the most important thing. And as long as he stay hydrated and gets his rest, he has no seizures. Our camera about to cut off, so we're gonna cut this video short. I am love.
I am life.
I am strong.
I am at peace.
So let's eat. Food for the brain.
To the next episode.